Hey, so did the Titans get snubbed by not having any primetime games? And I give you my predictions for the 2025 season. You know, after the intro. Hey, welcome back to this channel. It's your boy Bonafide, and this is Section 240, a channel all about the Tennessee Titans, but from a fan's perspective. So I didn't write a script, so this is pretty much off the top of the dome, randomized, things like that, because as you know, the 2025 schedule has been released. It's now official. We now know who we are going to play. Well, we knew who we were going to play anyway, but we know in what order we're going to play. I am going to put a link in the description. I'm gonna try to see if I can put the card up here to the Titans schedule Rizzy commercial and the Grovey. If you've seen the medical commercial for Sky Rizzy, you'll get the gag here. But yeah, I've been saying football is everything. Yeah, it was super dope thing, and I definitely caught the New England shade there. Just a little bit of shade there for New England, amongst other things. So check it out if you haven't already. But part of the video, I'm gonna give you where I think we're gonna, my projections for the 2025 schedule. But I want to talk about this first. And everybody's been talking about it being the dead horse. It's got a little national traction, but the Tennessee Titans, along with the New Orleans Saints and the Cleveland Browns, have 0 primetime games. 0. No Monday Night Football, no Thursday Night Football, no Sunday Night Football, none of that. No primetime games on any channel. And this is with having the #1 overall pick in Cam Ward. So no picks. Now, I want to preface it with this. I didn't expect us to get any primetime games because we were absolutely terrible last year. That's why we got the first overall pick and was able to pick Cam Ward, because we were that bad. Now, I was fine with that, and I was fine with that whole thing. I had come to peace with it before I heard, and I'm gonna put the tweet up that John Glennon put up, and you can look at the video. Before I heard the VP of broadcasting, Mike North, give his explanation on why the Titans and the Browns and the Saints didn't get any primetime games. And long story short, his reasoning was because you can't draft your way into primetime. You kind of have to play your way into primetime. So I put a tweet out on my on the Section 240 Twitter. Follow us on Twitter if you're not at Section_240. But I put a tweet out. I was like, so you telling me that you can't draft your way into primetime, but the Jags, the Raiders, the Giants, the Jets, the Falcons all played their way into primetime, given the record that happened last season. Now, that's what I was saying, and that's why I'm calling BS on it, because it really is, frankly, it's BS. They didn't play their way into primetime because all of those teams that I mentioned picked within the top 10 of the draft a couple of weeks ago. The Jaguars actually moved up to pick #2 to get Travis Hunter. So if you were bad last season, how did they play their way into primetime? See, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you want to say it's because they're bigger market teams, I get that. I'm fine with that. You can tell me that, but don't tell me that they played their way in. And I'll even acquiesce. I'll give you the 2 New York teams. New York Jets and the New York Giants are always gonna get primetime teams. They're like the Cowboys. But the Falcons, they didn't even win their division. And I don't care that they were 1 game away from winning the division. They didn't win the division, but guess how many primetime games that they have? 5. They have 5 primetime games. Yes, 5 of them. Didn't even win the division, but they have 5 primetime games. I mean, that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. I get we're a small market team. I get we're terrible. I even get that we're not supposed to have one, so don't get me wrong. But it's just like the reasoning behind some of these choices and these decisions don't make sense. Like, it doesn't make sense. You tell me that you can't draft your way in there, but This is the first time since 2017, and shout out to Zach Lyons, who actually came up with this this stat. He did a little research and found a stat. But this is the first time since 2017 that the #1 overall pick, and the #1 overall pick in 2017 was the Cleveland Browns with Myles Garrett. This is the first time since then that the #1 overall pick didn't have a primetime game. So, like, yeah, what kind of foolishness is that? And again, like that, we have Cam Ward, things like that. But again, like I said, I knew we weren't going to get any primetime games given our schedule. But I'm at least saying, hey, you know, cut the BS. All right. Anyway, so if you're digging the content and you're digging, and I'm about to give my projections, but if you're digging the content, hey man, hit the subscribe button. It's right down there. Hit the subscribe button. All right, so the schedule is up. I'm gonna put it up on here on the screen so everybody can see it. We got 3 preseason games. You know, they moved down to 4, so 3 preseason games. 3 preseason games. Talking too fast. And then we start the season off, and I think this was leaked out first. We start the season off September the 7th away on the road versus Bo Nix and the Broncos. So and then this goes from there. I'm gonna have a chance to go to the Tampa Bay preseason game because it's right down the road for me. So might be able to get some footage of Cam. Might do a little vlog for that preseason game. Who knows? But I'm definitely gonna try to go there and see that game. So here we go. And I'm gonna put it up on the screen so we'll be able to see it. September 7th, the Broncos are known for their defense, vaunted defense. We actually took Cody Barton. I think he's a free agent, but we took him from the Broncos. So it'll be a revenge game for him. I don't see us winning that game. I don't see it. It's Cam's first game. It's away in a hostile environment. You know, it's a 4 o'clock game too, I think. So crazy for that. I don't see Cam winning that game just because a lot of pieces have to jail, things like that. I don't think it's going to be a blowout, but we probably lose by maybe a touchdown. So got a #1 L. And then that when we come back home for our home opener, we play against the Los Angeles Rams. They got Matt Stafford, Puka Nacua, they got Devontae Adams, so it's going to be a real tough, and Kyron Williams in the backfield. It's going to be really tough for our secondary to keep up with that many targets. If the pass rush gets home to Matt Stafford, you can fluster him, but you know they got some pretty good defensive linemen there on the sales, Fisk and Verse. So I think we also take an L on that one. So we starting out the gate 0-2. I think we get our first win, and Cam gets his first win September the 21st, another home game where we're at the house against the Colts. The Colts I don't even understand how they're thinking they're going to be competitive, but they're not. I can't see it. They don't even know who their quarterback is right now. They got Anthony Richardson and Daniel Jones, 2 quarterbacks that do not inspire a lot of confidence in me. So I think, you know, Cam gets his footing. He comes out. This is his basically coming out party. Gets that win, and we start we're 1-2. Then we go on the road for the next 3 games. We go to the Texans, we go to the Cardinals, and we go to the Raiders. I think that road trip, we come out 2-3 on that road trip. I think we lose to the Texans. That's always a tough game. CJ Stroud, I don't know about their offensive line. So, you know, we may come back, but I'm just looking at it currently as it's set right now. I don't think we have enough pass rush to affect them, and they got a ton of wide receivers. So another big test for our secondary where we're going to need everybody clicking on all phases to even shut down. They got so many Jadens down there in Houston. It's crazy, and all of them can catch the ball. But I do think we win that Cardinals game, and I do think we beat the Raiders. Even though they got Geno and they got Ashton Genty, I don't see a lot outside of that. They got Max Crosby on the defensive end, but I think we leave at that game. So right now we're currently sitting at 3-3. So we're at 500. Wow, crazy enough. And this is me being optimistic, trying to be as clear as possible. So after that, we come back home and we face, you know it, Mike Vrabel and the New England Patriots. Now, we beat the Patriots last year, and because we beat them and they lost, I think they won another game at the end of the year. That cost them the #1 overall pick in that regard. So they could have had Travis Hunter. I don't know. They drafted Will Campbell, who said he was going to die for Drake May. So that's sweet. I actually think we win this game. I actually think that the team is hyped up. And, you know, we don't have any beef with Vrabel. I think he was a good, you know, casualty of the thing, but I think we win that game. I think we beat them. I think Drake may make some steps forward, but I just know, I don't know how Vrabel is this time. I don't know if he has the team that can win right now. He's picked up, I forgot who he picked up in the draft. I think it was the wide receiver. I think it was the wide receiver we wanted, Kyle Williams, and they picked him up before us. But I think we get that win. The Colts again, I think we beat them, and then so we're at what? We're at 6-3. I am very optimistic about this game. You know, correct me if I'm wrong. See, where do you see the losses coming through? Put it in the comments. And then after that Colts game and at the end of October, I think I think this is where a lot of the losing takes place. November the 2nd, we have to go. We're having a home game where we're going to play the Chargers. That's a really tough team. Justin Herbert. I think we take the L on that one. We got the bye. So we finally got a bye. Our bye is on week 10. And then after week 10, we play the Texans again. But we play them at home. I think we probably lose that game again. Who knows? Injuries at this particular time have already set in. So we might. Season might turn out different, but I think we lose that one. I think we lose the game against the Seahawks because that defense is pretty good when it comes to that. And they have Sam Darnold. So it depends on if Sam Darnold still seeing ghosts or if he's corrected that the appearance out of that game. But I'm marking that as an L. Jaguars, I'll be our first time seeing them all season right after Thanksgiving. That's a home game. I think that'll be a close game, but I think we lose that. And it's probably something crazy, like a last-minute field goal. I think we lose that one. I think we knocked the skid and we beat the Browns. But I think we lose to the 49ers, and then the Chiefs come in right before Christmas. We lose to them. We beat the Saints because I don't think they have a good quarterback. Crusoe, you know, unless their defense is outstanding, we beat them, and then we play the Jags again. And that's the end of the season. I don't know if people are resting starters depending on how the season goes, but I think we probably pull that one out. So we lose to the Broncos, the Rams, the Texans, the Chargers, Seahawks, the Jags, 49ers, Chiefs. So I have us losing 8 games. That puts us at an optimistic 10-8. This really is me just being very optimistic about looking at what other teams have versus what we have here. I know we have a lot of deficiencies. I probably got this completely wrong, but I'm biased. This is a fan channel, so I'm thinking that we will have a good season. I think because, and I'm basing this on this, and you tell me if I'm wrong. Again, in the comments, drop your thoughts in there. But the reason why I'm saying is that last year, some of those games that we lost was due to quarterback play. I'm going to harp on that as long as I can. As soon as the first preseason game on, that basically wipes the slate clean. But if you look at the Bears game, the first game of the season, that kind of set the momentum. We lost that due to quarterback play. I mean, those 2 interceptions. The Jets game, lost that during quarter turnovers from the quarterback. You know, a lot of those games, those first early in the season where we could have set the tone, we could have got a lot of momentum. They also probably would have changed the dynamic of the team. I think if we're in a better position last year than it is, I don't think we traded away Ernest Jones and DeAndre Hopkins and things like that. So we have a little bit better team because we've won a couple of games out the gate, and that changed that. But again, a lot of those games, just bad quarterback play altogether, gave up a lot of those wins. So I don't think, and I'm putting a lion's share of the trust in Cam Ward in this situation to be better than Will Levis. That he's going to have rookie pains, he's going to have rookie things. He's a lot of that, but you know, who's to say? And I know he's not Jaden Daniels. He's not on that level of talent, but he is significantly better than what we have coming out here. So, you know, count on a lot of things to click. But, you know, you tell me, A, did we get screwed by not having any primetime games? And B, are you as optimistic as I am about it? But that's all I got for this particular video. Just wanted to give you my reactions to the comments the NFL made about us not getting any primetime games and give you my thoughts on predictions, early predictions on where I think we're going to be at the end of the season. But, you know, thanks for locking in. Make sure you stay subscribe to the channel. Make sure you lock in. We're bringing the podcast back. We're trying to set up some guests during the downtime in the summer. Set up some guests to come on the podcast with me and Trey from the cheap seats. So make sure you locked in. Make sure you're liking the channel. Make sure you're following us on all the social media. Again, yeah, I'm looking. This schedule Rizzy is working because my football withdrawal syndromes has been healed. And like I always say, man, there's plenty of room in the section for us all. Tighten up.